I guess I feel needed here. Maybe that is what it is. But I say it with no regret. I love these kids. I get mad at staff when they get on them sometimes because they don't understand. That kid's been kicked around a lot, and they're really not much different from you or me if they'd had the same opportunities and the same chances, you know. But and a lot of them do really well when they get out of here.
We will go 5-1 when they do a field goal. 4-2 with a flag.
Even if we won district, we didn't really because we weren't in.
Exactly.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it gave my kids an outlet here to something that most of them never thought they would be able to do. I've had, you don't realize it because I played football and so many of us participated in sports, but kids who are in trouble don't get that opportunity. And I've had parents come up to me after a game crying. Thank you so much. I've been to court 25 times with my son. I never once thought I would ever get the opportunity to see him doing something positive like this. It means the world, you know. Well, it's just a football game.
Yeah, but it
is more than that.
Yeah, it's part of normal life.
It is, and
that they get to participate.
Right, and so God just blessed me to be in the perfect job that fits me exactly. I got in trouble a lot when I was a kid. I was kicked off the bus in the 4th grade for fighting all the time. I didn't understand it then why I was so angry at everybody. I do now. I was just taking out my aggression, you know, but I got locked up briefly when I was 16. And so anyway,
so you have a special understanding.
I relate to these kids. I think I understand them, and I believe they understand me. We get along pretty good. I don't have a need to have power and control over them. I expect them to act right, but that doesn't mean they have to suck up to me or treat me like anything special. I think we understand each other. I think that's part of why we get good results. When we won the first one, I was waiting for that great big feeling that my coach was, describing. It never happened. I never got that. However, about back in those days, 20 years ago, about once every few months, some kid would come by and they'd call me to the gate. He'd say, "Coach, I just want you to know I'm doing okay. This is my wife. I've got a little boy. I played for you 5 years ago. I've got a little boy, and he's playing soccer, and I'm coaching him in that." And I'm telling you, that feeling right there far surpassed anything I ever felt when we won state. If you respect people, they respect you, whether they've been in trouble or not. If you love people, they love you, whether they ever loved anybody before or not.
4-2 with a flag. Good center, good snap. All right, y'all ready? Here we go.
Some of the best people in the world work for this place. I've gone to track meets or games and watched staff who, I don't know how they make enough to feed their family, and they bring ice chests full of food and drinks and stuff for these kids. I've seen, they don't allow it anymore. They used to. They would allow the ladies on each dorm to make like Thanksgiving and Christmas meals, and there would be 2 hours packing in big pans of dressing and turkey, and their own family didn't eat any better meal than what they fixed for these kids. Now, I'm not that smart, but I believe that changes kids' lives and attitudes just as much as any treatment program out of a book. Is loving them and showing you care about them gets positive responses. It gets what you want. I don't know Camille Kane at all. But a lot of what she says rings a bell with me because of my past, because of my abuse, because I know what I went through. I went to bed nights too when I was a little boy, not knowing if I was going to be awake the next morning, if I was ever going to wake up. These kids have been hurt and beaten and threatened and come from either one-parent homes or no-parent homes where they're living with a grandma or something. They hadn't had the kind of chances we have. And I just believe when you address that, when you address what the real issue is, the trauma that they've had in their lives, if you can turn that around, it turns everything else around. When you love kids, they love you back. When you trust kids, they become trustworthy. When you put your trust in somebody, especially these kids, because they've never been trusted, they've always been doubted and ridiculed, and you put your trust in them, they'll break their arm before they'll let you down. That's just...
That's your experience.
That's my experience. No.